What's going on, family? This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. I just want to talk to my subscribers and those who listen to my channel for a moment. The reason why I do these videos, a lot of people don't know this, is because of my love of boxing. I've been involved in boxing almost all my life. And I met trainers and fighters that were 80 years old at the time that I met them. And they sat me down and talked to me about boxing. They explained to me the way the game is ran. They told me about Jack Dempsey's of the world, and Sam Langford's of the world, and Harry Greb's of the world. They explained to me about Joe Louis and all of the fights that he had and his training sessions at Pumpkin Lakes. We had discussions of Floyd Patterson and Ike Williams and Bo Jack and Benny Leonard and many of the great fighters in the past. I've met the Sugar Ray Leonards and the Thomas Hearns and Alexis Aguayos and the Bo Jacks. I've met all of these great fighters, hundreds of them. And the one thing I've always admired about all of them is their passion for the game. Boxing is what it is. It's a pure science. But when you get in there with another man, you have to understand that that man is getting in there the same way you are, so that he can hold his head up high and identify himself as a champion. Because if you're going to be in this business, you have to act and behave as a champion. And from day to day, I look through these old scrapbooks that I have. I've never shown you certain scrapbooks that I do look at because of copyrights. I don't want anybody scanning them. But they mean a great deal to me. And a lot of the fighters at that time, they would have fought both Charlo brothers in 1 month. They would have fought Gennady Golovkin. They would have fought all of these fighters that we're having problems getting in the ring with. They would have had fights with them in their 13th or 14th professional fight. That would have been nothing for them, whether they won or they lost, because they were what you call fighters. That's what the game is all about. I cannot possibly call or consider Gennady Golovkin a champion. I can't call him a middleweight champion because he didn't unify the division. But I can call Sugar Ray Robinson a middleweight champion. I can call Bo Jack and Joe Brown a lightweight champion, and Ike Williams a lightweight champion, and Hogan Kid Bassie a featherweight champion, Jack Dempsey a heavyweight champion, Muhammad Ali heavyweight champion, Marvelous Marvin Hagler middleweight champion, because they unified a division. I can't call or consider Joshua a heavyweight champion of the world because he didn't unify the division. Although I can call Wilder a champion. I can call him a heavyweight champion because he's the lineal champion. He has a WBC and he's trying to get the fight. What I'm saying is this. If you want to be considered entered into the Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs, it'll be a sin for me to lay you down with the great fighters of the past who earned their way as champion if you don't go ahead and fulfill your legacy. That's the only thing we ask. We all work very hard for our money. And we're giving you our time in exchange for a thrill for us, memories that we can pass down to our children, for you to have a better life and live your legacy, that your name will be talked about forever so your kids can be proud of you. But if you're going to keep dancing around, you're going to lose your legacy because you can only box for so long. And that's why I admire these greats. That's why I talk about them on a daily basis. and most of the channels who are very passionate about the game, this is really what they're talking about. Get in there and fight. Do the best you possibly can. And that's all we ask. We will support you whether you win or you lose. I did a video with Marvin Hagler and Thomas Hearns. I urge you to watch that video. I urge you to look at Leonard and Hearns, how they grit down and they try their best and try to end the fight, whether they're hurt or they're not, because that's what boxing is all about. This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. All respect to all fighters. I just felt that it was important that I speak up and let everyone know how I felt. Salute.